Well, that was unexpected. Welcome back to Animeology, and today we're going to take a look at 10 extremely underrated fantasy anime. These are all shows that I have noticed went under a lot of people's radar in previous years, resulting in them receiving a lot less recognition than what they deserve.
So yeah, I'm feeling better.
Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10. Aparentment. This anime follows the story of an eccentric inventor and a pessimistic samurai on their journey back to Japan. Due to a series of events, the two find themselves stranded in Los Angeles with no money. However, their lives are forever changed when they learn about the Trans-American Wild Race, a giant race from one side of the United States to the other, with a giant cash award for the winner. The two of them will have to work together while fighting off other rival racers, bandits, and other challenges as they aim to win the race. Due to this show being temporarily delayed due to a certain virus, it went really unnoticed by a lot of people. This show's amazing visuals, story, and characters, it deserves far more eyes than what it ended up receiving. If you're looking for an anime that has a unique take on racing, be sure to check this one out. Number 9. Alderman on the Sky.
それで不可能が可能になったりしないんだ。その程度の道理は他でもない帝国の歴史から学んでほしいもんですよ。
Our next anime follows the story of Ikita Solar, a lazy philanderer wishing for nothing more than to live a peaceful life. However, when war breaks out between the Katana Empire and the neighboring Republic of Kyoka, his life is forever changed.
あんた今の発言だけで宗教裁判もんよ。彼は生田ソラク。見てくれのいい男を威嚇する習性があるけど。
Despite his hatred for war and violence in general, Ikita is a very adept battle strategist. Due to a series of unfortunate events for our protagonist, he's forced to put his dreams on tranquility on hold, as he must now become the hero he never wanted to be.
132ページ。
アブヒリアの撃破戦。
Number 8. Kekai Sensen. Blood Blockade Battlefront is definitely a show that went under the radar for a ton of people when it first came out in 2015. This anime follows the story of Leonardo Watch, a normal human whose life is completely changed when he receives the all-seeing eyes of God, at the expense of his sister's vision. Because of this, he goes to Hell Salem's lot in search of answers to why he got these powers and how he can help his sister see once again. The all-seeing eyes of God are capable of doing a variety of things, but they're most notably known for their ability to alter and control the visions of those around them, cause nausea, hallucinations, and see into the minds of others. They also have a ton of other abilities, such as being able to heal themselves after they've been damaged. Number 7. Drifters. Have you ever thought about what would happen if our world heroes, leaders, and great warriors from all across different eras were brought onto the battlefield to fight a common enemy? Well, that's pretty much Drifters summed up. This new world contained native humans, elves, dwarves, and hobbits who all lived peacefully until they were forced into a war with the Ents. On the brink of defeat, a group of human magicians summoned the Drifters, warriors from all across different times, as their last hope to fight and save the new world from brutal Ents.
So yeah, I'm feeling better.
Number 6. Now and Then, Here and There.
Shoot! Have you ever fired a gun? And why are you doing this stupid soldier thing anyway?
So we can go back.
Go back? Back where?
Back home to my village.
Starting off as a gimmicky isekai story and then quickly diverging into a more dark world, Now and Then, Here and There follows the story of Shu, a typical shonen protagonist who in the midst of trying to save a girl from a futuristic machine gets isekai'd.
Stop! Nabuka wins!
After this happens, the similarities between a typical isekai and this end. This show takes a darker turn to represent how war can forever change the lives of people. Grounded in its reality, this anime is brutally honest with its approach and doesn't bother to sugarcoat anything.
Saying, I didn't learn it in training isn't gonna excuse your mistakes. Remember, don't die in vain. Make sure your death serves a purpose for King Hamdo. Any other kind of death is forbidden. Understood?
Number 5. Batoom.
なんでえあパラシュートなんでやべ降りらんね誰かいませんか
This anime follows the story of Yota Sakamoto, a 22-year-old unemployed gamer who lives with his mother and stepfather. Despite being 22, his only real achievement in life is being Japan's top player of the popular video game Batoom. However, his life is forever changed when he awakens and finds himself stranded on a secluded island with a strange crystal in his arm. Sakamoto quickly realized that the island that he found himself on was populated by other people who were equipped by bombs. Furthermore, it was a battle royale to collect 7 crystals from other players and escape the island. Using his adept knowledge of Batoom's mechanics and the help of his allies that he gathered along the way, Sakamoto was in search of a way off the island, bringing him closer to the truth behind this outrageous tournament.
嫌な予感が
Number 4. Yona of the Dawn.
Hoka, immediately! I won't let you attack this kingdom! Turn back now, or I'll force you to!
This anime follows the story of Princess Yona, a girl who lived a sheltered yet enjoyable upbringing, until a sudden betrayal against her father changed everything forever. After witnessing the murder of her father at the hands of her beloved cousin, Yona's life was put in danger. As a result of this, her bodyguard and childhood friend Hawk was forced to take her and flee to his homeland.
No! Father!
I'm sorry you had to see that, Princess Yona.
Along their journey, our sheltered princess learned that her idealistic fantasy of how she believed the kingdom was, under her father's rule, was nothing but a farce. Poverty and corruption ran wild, and as a result of this, she began to search for the 4 legendary dragon warriors who can help her on her quest to retake the kingdom and create it into the peaceful nation she's always envisioned it to be. Number 3. Katana Gotcha.
他に方法もなさそうなので、そうさせてもらいます。
Katana Gotcha follows the story of Yasuri Shuichika, a swordsman who fights using Katoryu, a form in which the user's own body is wielded as a blade, and Togame, an ambitious young strategist who seeks to collect 12 legendary swords for the shogunate. Together, the two embark on their journey to collect all 12 deviant blades. Standing in their way are the feast wielders of these weapons and those who wish to ruin the two's plans. As the story unfolds, the secret behind the creation of the weapons and the true form of Katoryu come to light.
全てがゼロ戦の射程範囲内。違うな。真上の敵には居合抜きもねえ。
Number 2, 91 Days. This anime is set in the town of Lawless, a town that thrives on black market sales of brewed liquor, under the watchful eye of the mafia. Angelo was a young man who had his entire family put to rest because of a dispute that occurred with the Vannetti mafia family, and because of this he leaves both his name and hometown behind, adopting the new name of Vilio. Seven years later, our protagonist receives an anonymous letter from a friend of his father's, prompting him to return to Lawless to exact his revenge. As a result of this message, he infiltrates the Vannetti family, slowly gaining their trust in his ultimate goal of exacting his revenge in 91 days.
What are you doing?
Number 1, Great Pretender. At the top of this list is an anime that really came to a shock to me how unnoticed it went. Great Pretender follows the story of the self-proclaimed Japan's greatest swindler, Makoto Edamura. After a series of events occurred, our protagonist teamed up with his ex-boss on a journey down a path of swindling to make a living. However, his life is forever changed when he attempts to swindle a French tourist named Lauren.
うまいべか。
寒い冬はあったかいものに限る。
まあな。
It turns out that Laurent was actually a much higher level con man, and through a series of events, Itamura ended up following him to Los Angeles to defend his greatest swindler title. After another series of events, it was later revealed that Laurent had much more control of the situation than what was perceived, and that his true goal was to recruit Itamura for his operations.
ならよかっただ。